Let us now go to Kennebunk, Maine, where Emmy Award-winning, Peabody Award-winning comedy writer, musician, author Jim Earl is standing by. Hello, Jim.
Well, hello, David.
Oh, Senator Susan Collins from Maine. How are you?
Yes, this is the distinguished Senator Susan Collins of Maine. Thank you.
Good to have you back.
Well, it's wonderful. Thank you, David, for having me.
How's Jim? You're carrying on a torrid romantic relationship.
Well, I'm sorry, David, but Jimmy can't come to the phone right now. He wore himself out putting his snake in my drain. Jimmy! Jimmy, come and put your snake in my drain again.
He's putting his snake in your drain.
Oh, grow up, David. I'm not talking about him using a plumbing device on my hemorrhoidal camboombo. I'm talking about him putting his penis into my clogged sink. There's a big difference.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of drainage, Mike Bloomberg and Bill Clinton aren't the only moderates who get to play golf with Donald Trump.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
At Mar-a-Lago, I'm known as the 19th hole. Did you know the last time I went golfing with Donald Trump, I hit 2 good balls?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I stepped on a rake. It's not all fun and games playing golf with Donald Trump. David.
So it's not all fun and games playing golf with Donald Trump?
No, I really hate having to hit the ball into the clown's mouth. Rudy Giuliani has chronic halitosis. And it's no coincidence Bloomberg's balls always smell like gum disease. As with any sport, it's important to properly prepare the equipment before playing.
Uh-huh.
And it's my job to hold Mike Bloomberg's shriveled putter while Bill Clinton washes his balls.
The putter.
Oh, get your mind out of the gutter, Dave. I'm not talking about Bill Clinton washing his own testicles on a golf course.
Oh.
I'm talking about Bill Clinton washing Mike Bloomberg's testicles on a golf course.
How silly of me. I apologize.
Oh, sure. I'm not the best golfer there is, and I tend to make mistakes under pressure.
Ah.
For instance, the last time I played, I choked on a dog leg.
You choked on a dog leg.
Oh, stop it, David. I'm not talking about knocking the ball into the woods on a crooked driving range.
Oh.
I'm talking about sinking my teeth into a 10-year-old chihuahua. Those things are tough. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, my God. You eat dog, too?
Do you eat dog? Do you eat dog?
Of course I do, David. Of course I do. Just because I grew up in Caribou, Maine, doesn't mean we still have caribou walking around. That's why we switched to dog a long time ago. We Mainers are problem solvers. But let me tell you, David, this Chihuahua was a real fighter. He was still wiggling halfway down my throat. I guess that's what I get for not chewing and scarfing it down. And thank goodness Bill Clinton was there to give me the Heimlich.
Bill gave you the Heimlich.
Oh, don't be disgusting, David. I'm not talking about him standing behind me to use his hands to exert pressure on my diaphragm. I'm talking about him standing behind me to lick my Heim.
Your Heim.
Yes, David. Have you ever licked Heim?
I don't think so.
Oh, of course not. I forgot you're Jewish. So you lick Heimey.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's true.
David.
Yes.
Did you know that Maine has the highest rate of Lyme disease of any state?
I didn't know.
Yes. And that's why I haven't attended a town hall meeting in over 20 years. Well, every time I meet a constituent, I have to do another tick check. I think I'm safer around a town hall full of moose. You have a big tick problem.
There's a big tick problem.
Yes, David. And David, as the climate change worsens, Mainers are facing a greater threat from invasive species.
Yes.
In particular, invasive worms.
Worms.
Oh, well, last night I found a worm burrowing in my bed.
Really?
A worm burrowing in my bed, David.
You had a worm burrowing in your bed.
Oh, stop it. I'm not talking about legless invertebrates. I'm talking about my husband's penis. It's so repulsive. I once saw a seagull spit it out in disgust. And they aren't usually that picky.
That's not a nice thing to say about your husband's penis.
Tom Collins. David, did you know there's a town called Mexico, Maine?
No.
Well, unfortunately, there's not much to do in Mexico, Maine. So thank goodness for the nearby hamlet of Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty Sanchez? Yeah.
Yes, David. Do you know why there isn't a town called Maine in Mexico?
No.
That's because we're intolerable assholes.
Yes.
I asked my husband, Tom, once if I'm the only one he's been with, and he said, yes, Susan, the others have been at least 7s or 8s.
Well, that's not nice. Do you ever fight with Tom?
Yes, but they say makeup sex is the best, which, lucky for me, because all of my sex is made up. Nobody wants to fuck me. I have everything a man could want.
Yeah.
Muscles, mustache, tattoos. I have bags hanging over my eyes. I ran into my ex-boyfriend the other day, and he told me my stockings were wrinkled, and I wasn't wearing any. With the coronavirus and
Yes.
all, do you know how to tell the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer?
You tell me.
Oh, so you're the one. David, what do you get when you cross a dick with a potato?
What do you get when you cross a dick with a potato? What?
Oh, so you're the one. I told you about my fecal alcohol syndrome and explosive diarrhea, didn't I, David?
Fetal alcohol syndrome.
Fecal alcohol
It's called
syndrome.
fetal alcohol syndrome.
Well, David, did you know I found out that my diarrhea is hereditary?
No, I didn't. I didn't know that.
Well, of course it is. It runs in my genes. David, every day I proudly take the chair of the Senate Aging Committee, and that means that it's the only Senate chair with skid marks.
Jim Earl is a Peabody Emmy Award-winning comedy writer.
Oh, so what?
You must love him. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm Senator Susan Collins, and I approved this coronavirus. It will eliminate people from Medicare, literally.
How are you preparing? Are you prepared for the coronavirus, Senator?
Well, I'm always prepared because Jimmy won't fuck me unless I wear a bag over my head.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I'm sorry, but I have to cut my time short now, David. It's time for my deworming. Jimmy! Jimmy! Where is he? Jimmy! Jimmy, fetch the suction apparatus. Fetch the suction apparatus. And get these worms out of here, Jimmy. They're bothering me. I'm disturbed with all of these worms.
Oh, Jimmy.
I gotta clean it out again.
I'll put my mask on.
What the fuck is that? What are you?
Is that her mating call?
I don't know what that is. It sounds like a combination of a bird and a.
Are you
koala.
sucking? Are you sucking the worms out of her now?
With an apparatus, yes. Don't be disgusting.
See. Okay, then is that the sound she makes when you're sucking worms out of her?
That's not her. That's the apparatus.
Oh, I see. Make sure you get all the worms, Jimmy.
That's my job. Well, Dave, we don't actually kill them right off. We give them a name and put them in a mason jar and put it on the mantle. For Senator Santorum to come over and bless.
Oh, I see. Right. And you give them christening outfits, I believe, and let the children play with them. Yes.
Then we mummify them. Put them under our beds and forget about them for about 5 years until the coroner discovers it.
Because all life is precious, right, Jim?
It's very precious. Our heirloom worms. You've heard of heirloom babies.
Yes.
They're heirloom worms. And anything that comes out of a woman's body is a precious, sacred life.
Yes, absolutely.
Including worms.
Are you still there, David?
Yes, I am, Senator.
Oh,
Jim, you'll be back later. Once you finish deworming Senator Susan Collins, and when you get all of them, we'll come back to you later in the show, okay?
Yeah, real smooth, Baldy.
All right, Jim. Take care of the good senator. Good luck on your re-election, Senator.
Oh, good luck. Thank you, David. I need your support.
You've got it.
Will you support my big seat?
After Jim is finished sucking out the worms, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Jimmy, that's not a word.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch! Ouch! You're hurting me. Ouch!